come across in social media that people are looking for movie recommendations. Please suggest me movie from Japan or Korea or Iran. So basically there are film lovers who really want to start watching world movies but don't know where to start from. Don't worry, I will be your guide in choosing the filmmakers, and also I will tell you the order to watch their movies. Before going any further into the video, I must clear one thing. This video is not made for entertainment purpose. It will be more of an informative video which is dedicated for serious cinephiles. And as you know, the channel itself is dedicated to serious cinephiles only. Hi, my name is Rudrarup Sengupta and I am an independent filmmaker and writer from Kolkata, India. So as I was saying, there are film lovers who are just starting out to watch serious art house cinema or world cinema, and they are looking to watch films which are not talked about that much but are pure work of art. And there are films which needs to be discussed because they are fantastic, but sadly that doesn't happen because the whole buzz is around the latest web series in the OTT platforms that has been released. And don't get me wrong, I am very much fond of this web series and new contents that these OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon or Hotstar is bringing, but there should be a space. This channel is dedicated to films that are not that much talked about but deserves to be had discussions on. So if you're an aspiring filmmaker or a serious cinephile, I would suggest you to follow the series I'm going to start. Yes friends, I'm going to start a series. In this series, we will be choosing a renowned filmmaking nations and we will dig deep into their cinema for a few episodes. So, our first country in focus will be Iran. In this entire series, we will be discussing these three things about Iranian films. First, the new wave of Iranian cinema. Second, the notable Iranian filmmakers and their works. And third, top 10 Iranian films which you must watch. So before we dig any further into Iranian films, first we need to know a bit about their socio-political scenario. As you may know that Iran has been under many authoritarian regimes and there has been some revolutions also, be it political revolution, religious revolutions or cultural revolutions. Cinema has been part of the cultural revolution and the Iranian new wave cinema was a huge part of it. The Iranian new wave cinema is one of the most important film movements that has taken place according to me. It's as important as the French New Wave or the Italian Neorealism or the third cinema of Latin America. We will have further discussions on various film movements across the world in our upcoming episodes. The Iranian New Wave cinema has been divided into three parts: first wave, second wave and third wave. The three waves has been just separated according to the new directors coming in every other decades. So let's start with the first wave. In 1960s, the new wave of Iranian cinema was born, and you may know that this was a time of huge political unrest in Iran. There were revolutions, there were protests against the government, and in 1968 came one of the most prominent work of Darish Maherjoui's The Cow. The Cow is considered one of the landmark films in Iranian film history. And we will discuss more about this film and Maherjoui's other works in our upcoming episodes. Filmmakers like Harish Daurish and Masood Kimai were pioneers of this film movement. So in 1979, after the Islamic Revolution, films were looked down upon in Iran because of its perceived Western values associated with it. In 1983, a film foundation was made to encourage domestic filmmakers, and there we got new blood of filmmakers coming in and becoming the face of the second wave of the Iranian new wave cinema. Filmmakers like Mohsin Makhmalbaf, Majid Majidi, and of course one of the most renowned filmmakers worldwide is Abbas Kiarostami. By 1990s, Iran has entered the world stage of cinema, and the world was astonished by the content that was coming out of Iran. Because of its original content and vibrant screenplays, it became one of the most refreshing cinematic experience one can ever have. So Iranian film was at all-time high, and this is when we saw the third wave of directors coming in, like Zafar Panahi, Afzal Farhadi, and many more. When the world was in awe of Iranian cinema, everything was not okay with it also, because there were bans on the films. Many of the filmmakers were arrested. Some of them had to leave the country to make films. We will be discussing more about this when we will discuss each director's. What remained consistent with the Iranian New Wave cinema throughout the decades was that they had a political and philosophical tone to it throughout the decades, and also there was a huge influence of Persian literature and Persian poetry in many of their films. We will discuss it more when we go into individual filmmakers and discuss their works. In our upcoming episodes, we will be digging deep into some of the most important Iranian filmmakers' works and the style of their work. So if you have liked our video, please do share, subscribe and like, and keep supporting us. Thank you.